are on the site of the castle.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
That's what you do. You buy these clothes that cost money and make a difference in it. But we never do that.
Never complains, gets up, gets on with a smile on his face.
You just want you to sit in your chair and go hip hip hooray for the Western press and the Western narrative. You dare dictate the same old every single day without this. If you haven't seen it before, please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Stallone. Good evening, everyone. Hello there to the truth seekers out there. This is the Truth Seeking Show. But you know what I want you to watch? Go on YouTube and you'll see the propaganda, which is extraordinary. And they were made last year and the year before. And what it is, one is called Armageddon, right? Armageddon. Nuclear Armageddon, and the other one is nuclear escalation. One of them's about Russia. Watch it, please watch it, because it's made by you see NBC and Fox News and MSBC News. You know all these CNN. You see all these. Newscasters, saying yes, there's a nuclear attack and all this, And what you've got, it's pure theatre. It's pure theatre. Watch them. They're fantastic. Really. But it's not only that. It's about Russia and China. You see what I mean? You see how they bring in the propaganda against these people. Please watch them. I know it's not. I've got to mention it tomorrow morning on the. Do you know what? I'm trying to open. Is anybody having problems opening bloody packages? Oh, Reggie, I hang on this lovely Myra. Hi everyone, I'm Frank. Hi Myra. Seen you before, didn't I? You're a Jack Lugman and dear. Can I just answer Reggie here, please? Please. I'll get right back to you, Myra, honestly, on this. Hi, Frankie boy, I took a wee break, but now back up. We were worried about you again. I asked the Anfield Roar, have you seen, has anybody heard? You should tell us you're going for a little break. We worry about you. We do worry about you, honestly. Reggie, please, when you're going away again, I know that you're playing for the Christmas this year and you'll be going on your sleigh and everything else, travelling all over the world, dropping presents. So as long as you don't drop any nuclear weapons, that's all that I'm worried about. Myra, I'll get right back to you, honestly. I just want to say hello to these wonderful people. Darwin the Goat. Hey, Frank, I hope you're doing well. How was your day? It was very quiet. It was very quiet, Darwin. It really was. I have quiet days. I just sit in, I can't go anywhere, unfortunately. Now, if I wear later on sunglasses, it's not that I'm posing. It's that I suffer from migraines and mad things like that. And Darryl says, the world is screwed with psycho Trump. Oh, come on. Going against putting it. Just hear me out about Mr. Putin, will you? And Trump. Don't, I think you're going too much into the Western media. Honestly. If you've got YouTube, Darryl, I've just mentioned 2 films. Very short they are, very short films. They're not long, drawn-out things. They're about 20 minutes long if they're. Watch them. Watch the propaganda. Please watch it. The Red G Life, honestly, I'm made up that you're there. Absolutely delighted. And I'll be answering this, Myra's. Frank, what are your thoughts on the Russia-fired experimental hypersonic missile at Ukraine in response to Western long-range missiles? I read you. Bless up, Myra. Darwin says, so just know, I really appreciate you, and you really made my night and day. Because today I woke up full of hope and positive energy. Thank you. Thanks to you. Darwin, listen to me, honestly. Listen, I'm still involved with, with some people from the education, former colleagues. I'll try and do something for you. Is that okay? I'll try and do something for you, Darwin. I'll get in touch with some of my former colleagues and see what I can do for you. Is that okay? Good lad. Good lad. Yeah, look, so glad you're okay, Reggie. Frank's being worried about you, lad, says Darryl. See what I mean? We're all worrying, honestly. We're all worrying. Even if Frank and everyone says Gary Rigby. Yes, Gary. Thank you for joining us. LFC Red Forever channel. Yes, Uncle Frank. Thanks for the invite yesterday. Tim, it's the fuzzy. Brilliant. Yes, Uncle Frank. Thanks for the invite. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. I was made up that you're there. And Liverpool Jabby, this is not a football show. It was on last night, unfortunately, but I've got one on Sunday, which is a post-match one, which is going out roughly an hour after the game. Gives you an idea, when these comments and what you look at on the TV, and you can come back. Okay. And Buddy just says, hey, Frank, what do you think of Chiesa being back and fully training? Could he get some minutes against it? No. He's been out too long. We don't need people like that. Honestly, I'm sorry about that. The Red Juice says, Western media is propaganda BS full of misinformation, but the brainwashed sheeple believe the nonsense. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the Fozzies will. I'll do it later at Darryl, mate. So he's going to do a little podcast about football. So follow Fozzies World. Fozzies World. Just follow him. He knows what he's talking about. But this is to be honest, this is a current affairs program. And as you've seen, I'm sorry about this. I'm going back to what lovely Myra said, actually. Right. Frank, what are your thoughts on the Russia-fired experimental hypersonic missile at Ukraine in response to Western long-range missiles? He warned them. Putin warned them. Now, don't forget, that what people are not thinking is that NATO mercenaries, along with Ukrainians, not only that, but also what you call sheep-dipped soldiers, meaning soldiers from here in the UK, from America, from Poland, France, everywhere, all around Europe, are being putting these uniforms on, Ukrainian uniforms. It's what you call sheep dipping. You know, from a British, an American or whatever, a Pole, they've been sheep dipped, and they come out in these Ukrainian uniforms, and they're getting battered every day. Russia are surrounded, they're trapped. No matter what people think, they're trapped in Kursk because they went after the nuclear power station in Kursk. That's what that was the whole of the idea, to get into Kursk, get to the power station. Are these people right? It was a big PR stunt, which has gone badly wrong for them. And yet you're still getting the Western media saying that they're doing great. Absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Putin warned, as Myra said, what you think of these missiles. These are missiles. They have no nuclear warheads on. And if you see pictures of them, I'm telling you now, you know, you just see them going down and nothing like at the top. No explosions, no nothing. Do you know why? They go right down and they explode underground. They explode because it went after the military base, and where all these, so-called soldiers and mercenaries and everybody else hiding. You know, they're there. Obviously, the sirens going for a nuclear, well, not a nuclear attack, but an attack, nevertheless. And you just go down, kill everybody in those bunkers. Military base, by the way, a military base. These are unconventional ones. These outsmart every weapon the West have, and they've got better ones. They've got better ones. They've been told. The West has been told. Do you know what you're playing with? You know what you're playing with. And that, Myra, they were warned by Putin himself. You send in any long-range missiles, them Storm Shadows, ATACMS, or anything like that, we'll come for you. We'll come for you. So that's what he's done. He's just sent that missile in, and the devastation, the intel will know what devastation they can cause, and they can't be shot down. The hypersonic missile, there's no defense in America, here, anywhere in Europe can shoot them down because they're that fast. They're that fast, they can't be shot down. And they hit the target, precision targets. Think about that. Think about it, people. You know, we're on the precipice of a nuclear war. And who's escalating it? Everything aims at Russia. Everything aims at Russia. You've got to understand why Russia went in there in the first place. There was Russian-speaking people in the oblast of Ukraine, Ukrainian people who only spoke Russian. And they were being murdered, actually murdered, shelled, everything by these people. By these horrible fascists. They are fascists. The Azovs. They've been sorted. I've known it for a couple of years since they captured someone. I was watching it on, like a footage, captured some of these Azov fellas, and they made them take the shirts off or whatever. And he has all these Nazi, symbols tattooed. And the West said, no, that's only propaganda. They said that it was propaganda. Absolutely ridiculous. It's terrible what the Western press is coming up with. The Western press, you've only got to look today. Well, I was watching Yvette Cooper. She's the foreign secretary, or is she? Well, whatever she is. And, she was asked straightforward, was we arrest Netanyahu? And you know what? She wouldn't answer the question. Yes, we're liable to arrest him if he ever steps foot. And any British thing, if he comes here, he should be arrested. She wouldn't answer. In other words, no. But if she would have been asked, because the ICC put out an arrest warrant for Putin, they were doing cartwheels and backward flips, and it was like Christmas all over again when he was given that. Yeah, we'll have him, we'll have him. It's ridiculous. Should have asked her there and then. But what about Putin? Will he be arrested? She would have just said, yes. Yes, he'll be arrested. It's shocking what they're coming out with, really. It really is. It really is. Why is Putin got can anybody tell me on your chat, why Putin has a warrant out for his arrest by the International Criminal Court of The Hague? Any idea? And don't forget, America's come out and said, we'll sanction you if you don't take down that warrant. And Netanyahu came out, watched the speech, just lie after lie after lie. What a horrible man. And he turned around, he said that this Khan fella, the chief prosecutor of The Hague, he said he's wanted for sex offences and whatever, smearing them already. Yeah. If anyone's seen a speech, just let me know, please. But anyway, just say, why is this warrant for Putin that's being out for now for about 18 months? Why is he being targeted? Can anyone tell me? I know why. Gary says, met the most amazing guy today. He's 84, playing ping pong and basketball in the Florrie. You'd swear he was 40. Do you go there, the Florence? The Florences? I gave a few talks there and handed out. I'm going back a few years ago though, and handed out certificates, for the students. And the Liverpool video, corrupt Putin. Do me a favour, Liverpool vids. Let me know, can you tell me more about why you think Putin is corrupt? Just, you said it. It's like saying, for example, I know you're a great football fan and, I admire you for that and admire her anyway. If someone said that, say, Jurgen Klopp was corrupt at Liverpool, would you say, hang on a minute, can you explain yourself why you said that? So explain why you think, why you said, not think, because you said. Putin's corrupt. Simple as that. Liverpool ballet star Vladimir Shakarov, who criticised Putin's Ukraine invasion, dies in a fall from a building in St. Petersburg. Did he? Wow. Wow. Did you see Putin pushing him out the window? IVR. Hail. Oh, hail, Aliza Caesar Franco. And Liverpool videos. This is Liverpool's Xabi. She said he went out on his balcony to smoke and fell to his death in a stupid, unbearable accident. He had absolutely no one else went out to his balcony for a smoke. That's why I said, did you see, as you said, Putin's corrupt. Did you see him pushing? No one's seen anything pushing. Nobody. They investigated it, by the way. Yeah. And the Liverpool Xabi and nothing else happened. Thank you. Myra says, Biden, what a mess to Trump. Yeah, in his yes. Yes, by the time he becomes, do you know what? There must be someone in America, mind you, there's too many in the deep state and neocons, to get rid of Biden, to get rid of him, because he will start. I don't think it's Biden, I'm being honest. It's Blinken and Jake Sullivan, with the help of the likes of Lindsey Graham. Did you hear that, Nikki Haley? What a prat she is. And she wanted to become the defense secretary or whatever it was. And Trump said, no, you're not on, Nikki. His inauguration, I'm being honest, is going to be something else. Something else. This current Labour government are a complete bunch of incompetent clowns, and I genuinely fear a nuclear war. Here you go. There's one man, and I honestly, there's one man who can stop this. He really is, can stop the escalation, that is, and that's Donald Trump. He can pick up the phone to Putin and just say, listen, just wait until I'm president, until I'm POTUS. Just wait until then, and we'll talk. We'll talk, and this will stop. I'm telling you now. You can have the land that you liberated for the Russian-speaking people. Don't forget, what Zelensky did. You've got to understand what he did. He stopped, just listen to me, he stopped Russian-speaking people from speaking Russian. He disbanded everything Russian culturally in schools and everything else. I always forget this fella's name. As soon as the Maidan 2014 coup d'etat took place, led by America, by the way, Victoria Nuland, horrible woman there. She's come out and said, I hate Russians. She's actually said, I hate Russians. This is before the SMO. I hate Russians. America's always hated Russians, though. Anyway, that's by the way. And these people put in a puppet president, and he was horrible. I forget his name. I always forget his name, this fella. And he turned around. Listen to this. He said, our children will be in kindergarten learning while the children of the Donbass will be hiding in cellars. Think about that, what he said. While they'll be hiding in cellars. These are children he's talking about. These are little children. Daryl, because he is a psycho friend. I'm sorry, Daryl, you're totally wrong. Whether you want to fall out with me, that's fine. Fall out with me. But you are totally wrong. You're reading too much into the Daily Express and whatever you read. You're looking at BBC and Channel 4 and all this. Stop watching it, will you? Are they? Evening, Frank. Evening, Carlyle. Myra says, the leaders of the West are crazy by saying that they will be alive in the nuclear. I know. I know. Listen, as I said, watch Nuclear Armageddon and Nuclear Escalation. You'll get it on YouTube, please. And it's just got remastered. And they were only done on the last. One was done a year ago, which was about Putin and Russia. Just watch the propaganda. It's incredible. And watch the ones done 2 years ago about China and Taiwan. Watch it. Incredible. There's another film. Honestly, there's another film. And it's called Jason Robards is in it. Jason Robards. It was made in 1983. And you'll get it on YouTube. I've watched it twice. And it's frightening. But it's not the propaganda or anything like that. This is during the Cold War, by the way, made in 1983. And the two of them are having a go. But it's just about ordinary Americans and soldiers. Just about them. No like great dialogue or anything like that. But there's dialogue with ordinary citizens. I'll tell you who else is in it. That's Steve Guttenberg. He's in it. He's only younger. Watch it. The day after. It's really good. It's not only that, but you know what you see in it is 1,000 times worse today. The Red Jew. Don't believe what the West say about Putin. Do your research if you want corruption. Look to our pathetic government. Thank you. And the Red Jew. Glad you're back, Red Jew. Where's the unfair raw? I enjoyed the meltdown from the Democrats. Yeah, I like that. I like that play on words there. Democrats. When Donald J. Trump not only won the election, he practically annihilated the opposition. He did it. Landslide. And even Jordan, I was watching it, you know. And I'm like, are these American people that stupid? Because the American news, who's made these two they must have had a big hand in these two documentaries I've just been telling you about. saying that Kamala's, oh, she's taking the state. Yeah, it looks like she's taking the state. And I'm like, what? What? And I went to bed then, you know, I just went to bed. And put YouTube on. I don't put this news on me. It's pathetic. I put YouTube on this morning, I'll put it that way. And I seen Yvette Cooper, you know, a clickbait thing on like one of our little news channels, you know, these mad news channels we've got. And this morning, you know, she couldn't even answer it. There's the Anfield Road. And I stand with Frank. Putin is not a psycho. Thank you. Thank you. And the Anfield Road, even in everyone, it's got me an alcoholic. Thank you. How are you, my bro? Hope you're well. And he was worried as well. Thank you. Honestly, he was worried. We all were. Maze up. But don't forget, if you're going away again, just let us know. We promise not to follow you. Wherever you're at, wherever you go. Thank you. The Anfield, Frankie, can't we just settle all these disputes over a few pints or shorts and all be friends? Honestly, Anfield. I remember being down, and I was down in a place called Billericay in Essex. Never forget this. And I was in there and walked into this like a bistro or whatever it was down there. It wasn't like our pubs up here. I was standing there. Hello, where are you from? I went to Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool. I said, yeah. And walked away because I was from Liverpool. I said nothing to him. I was young then as well. A black hair. And recognised me then. And then I went to give a talk. I'm talking here in Liverpool to 240 Royal College of Art surgeons. And my fellow speaker was Lord Owen, you know, Dr. David Owen. He was my fellow speaker. Two of us were giving a talk. He gave his talk first. But before I went in, I said to this, I said, I want to get onto David Owen there. He said, I've just seen David's there, but let me just finish this up. This mature student of mine, an old gentleman, and he's a lovely man. He wasn't from Liverpool, by the way, and he just lost his daughter, and he was broken. And I said to him, like a week or so later, I said, listen, I'm going for a black tie. Have you got a tuxedo or just a black coat? And get it? He said, yeah, I've got one. I said, how would you like to come along and be my guest? He said, oh, yeah, this is true. So anyway, I get to what's the name of the place? It's on the corner of Hope Street, right next to, I can tell you who built it. And everything. The name of it. Right next to the Everyman. it's a medical place, a medical institution. It is. And there's I've even done a DVD about it, this place. Clark Rampling designed it. Anyway. And I'm standing in the reception, just go in. I was standing there, just me and him. And through these wonderful doors, you're going back to the 1837 doors, if you know what I mean. And glass, and these people are all mingling about and whatever. And I'm standing there with this gentleman, elderly gentleman. And this couple come out to me. Well, not to me, just came out, wondering who we were. A couple. The heads back and all looking lovely and whatever. And anyway, they came out. And they never said to me, they said to this David fella, he said, "Hello, how are you? Who are you?" And he said, "Oh, I'm David." And he has a beautiful accent as well, David. Not a Scottish accent. He has this beautiful accent. And in fact, his daughter who died was a doctor. And he had a son who was a doctor, another daughter who was a doctor as well. And he said, "Oh, wonderful stuff, wonderful." And he said to me, "And who are you?" And I went, "I'm Frank, and put my hands out to shake his hand, him with his wife. These are Royal College of Art surgeons. They must have been retired. And they just looked at me and walked away. Snobbery on a huge scale. And David went, "I can't believe that. What's happened there?" He said, "So do you know that you're going to give it?" I said, "I don't care whether they do or not." And after the end of the speech I gave, David Owen, he gave the first, he came up to me, shook my hand and he hugged me. He said, "That was wonderful." And all these people were trying to, especially that couple, and I wouldn't shake hands with them. There was a fella from Iraq, a Royal College of Art surgeon, young fella. When I say young, he was young to me, he was only in his 40s. And he had his medals on and everything. He was in uniform. And he came up to me, grabbed me by the hand, shook it. And he said, "You've just broken down the barriers of snobbery." That's what he said. Patted me on the shoulder and walked away. I said, "Okay, thanks." That's what it's all about, snobbery. These people who look at us with an accent. Remember my PhD? You remember that? When he pulled me over and went, "Oh, he must lose that accent immediately." I was speechless. I never said anything. I said about that. Going right to you now, David. I haven't watched BBC, ITV, etc., nor read any papers for nearly 9 years because I'm awake, not woke. Me too. Me too. And where have you heard that saying? Me too. There's a great, there's a good great archivist, this fellow. David, honestly, I said to you, I needed some research done. I had to get to the bottom of something. And I said, "David," I forget what I was about, to be honest. "David, do me a favour, can you research this thing?" About, "Yeah, sure." Like that. Right away, bang, there it was. That's what kind of a fella he is. Anyway, he says, Starmer met with BlackRock representatives who have claims on most of Ukraine's agricultural land. The UK farmers who will be forced to sell off land to cover inheritance tax liability will be obliged to consider offers from BlackRock, all part of the WEF plan. Now, if you don't know who the WAF is, you know, to some of the lads on here. Not the likes of you, led to you, or, you know. It's, and the outfield. It's the World Economic Forum. They want to rule the world. There's only a handful of them as well. They want to rule the world. You're spot on there about that, David. You're spot on. See, Lindsey Graham, that war hawk, that warmonger in the States, the senator, that horrible Lindsey Graham. He let it slip, didn't he, a couple of months ago when he went like that. There's 14 trillion worth of uranium. Is it uranium? No, it's not uranium. I forget what it is. In Ukraine. That's what we want. He came out and said it. Well, he was being interviewed. I think he got reprimanded over it as well. I'm sorry, I've got to cry. Does anybody else have problems undoing bloody packages? I'm only trying to undo these. No tissues. Shocking. God, blimey, can't undo it. It's the thing. Sorry about this, people. Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Yes. Got it. Couple of there's one there open as well. Didn't see it. Anyway, Myra says we need a world, a protest against nuclear. Scott Ritter is planning in USA, but we need globally. All of humanity is at stake. David will tell you, you know, I know David very well, David Owens, and we knew at the time that there wasn't any weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. We knew. We just knew that there wasn't any weapons of mass destruction. And the likes of Hans Blix, who never ever gets mentioned, by the way, along with Scott Ritter, but I didn't know Scott Ritter then. It was only Hans Blix. He was the leader of these weapon inspectors. And he turned around to W. Bush and said, there's nothing here. They haven't got any. Then you had Colin Powell with a little test tube pen going like that. This is all anthrax, and, you know, it was a big lie. This is what, you know, could wipe us out. Tony Blair came out and said, oh, you know, we're in 3 minutes. We could all be dead with this stuff. Shocking. Shocking. And anyway, getting back to what Myra said, we had 2 million people on the streets. 2 million of us. Did it do anything? Nah, still went ahead. And killed 1 million Iraqis for nothing. For nothing. 1 million Iraqis for nothing. Who'd done nothing. It's a big plan by the Americans, by the way. This is my take on it. They want to destabilize, well, they've done it anyway. They've wanted to destabilize the Middle East and some African countries as well, because they're always in Africa, you know. Some African countries. Destabilize these countries in Africa. Destabilize the Middle East. And then there'll be an exodus of migrants crossing over into Europe, and they succeed. Destroy Europe economically, because you've only got to look at Germany. Germany, their industrial has collapsed. The industrial power that was in Germany is going over to America, and America are going, thank you. Of course they do. Of course they do. Remember the Nord Stream gas pipe? When that was blown up? This is the mentality of the West and the West intel. We blow it up and we blame Russia. Remember when it first came out that they blamed Russia? And I said, I didn't know that, and I said at the time, why would they want to blow up their own pipeline? That's ridiculous. Then it went to, pathetic. It went to like someone hires a yacht, 5 people boarded, got over, and one of the streams I follow, well, it's Gilligan's Islands all over again. The captain and Mary Ann, Joanne, and the professor, they bombed. They blew up. To do that, you've got to have military expertise, naval expertise. My dad was at SBS, Special Boat Service, in the last war. And if he was been alive today, he would have just gone, that's nonsense. That's nonsense. Just propaganda against Russia, against the Russian Federation, against the Russian people. But you're right there. You're so right there, Myra, honestly. And if I could, he gave a speech along with Max Blumenthal, George Napolitano, Scott Ritter, a few others as well, And it was in New York. I think it was a month or so ago. If I would have been able, I would have gone over there and listened to them. It's wrong. It's wrong. I've got a lovely, she's so lovely, like my little granddaughter. And I love the bones of her. I want to see her grow up. That's another thing. The Ottomans, they started doing it with the farming. I find it funny. You have to buy seeds from Israel and Ukraine. These seeds do not flower before each season, so you have to keep buying from them, not natural. This is why America they really thought that they could destabilize Russia and have Putin, removed so that they could put in a puppet, like they've got puppets all over the place. Look at Venezuela. They've been sanctioned. They're trying to get rid of Maduro. Is it Maduro? He won an election, and they went out to Finland. Blinken coming out and saying, "Nah, it's a Finland." It's only a couple of months ago. Finland. Oh, they've been trying to have a colour revolution in Hungary. They tried to. Do you ever remember that girl? And she's a Belarusian, and she's living in Germany now. She's the proclaimed exile leader of Belarus. Do you remember the colour revolution there? And Poroshenko just smashed that up immediately. That was a colour revolution led by the Americans. Do you ever remember Hong Kong? And the students, demonstrating against China. Do you ever remember that? Who was that led by? America. And here, the UK. That's who it was led by. To then try and, overthrow Xi Jinping. What's that all about? Sorry. And the Ottoman Turk says Russia is the only country that doesn't allow these GMO seeds. Oh. Thanks, Ottoman Turk. Even a Frank Raw, Red Jew, and everyone in chat says Norman. And IVR answering to the Ottoman. Mexico did ban GMOs, but the new globalist puppet woman just removed the ban. There you go. There you go. It's so annoying. America. What's America doing thousands of miles away? What's Ukraine got to do with America? Tell me. Please tell me. What have we got to do with Ukraine? There's 5.2 million children below the poverty line in this country. There's pensioners. Did you know that pensioners are sleeping with, like their dogs to keep warm? Did you know that? I didn't know that. To keep warm. Think about it. And we're giving billions to Zelensky, the most corrupt fella. He's not a leader, by the way. He's been defunct as a leader. That's what Russia is. Who is this fella? He's defunct. He's not a president anymore. And the Ottoman says, in Turkey, the agriculture is in ruins because of this. But hopefully they are going to bring in new laws where we don't have to buy from the Jew. I've got to say it. That's what he said. And Norman says, America are the world's best liars. Look, do you know when they say about terrorism? When they say about terrorism, I wish I could show you the map. I used to have a map. I've got it on my phone. It's where NATO is. Let me try and get it. But it's where NATO is, And NATO is, I hope we find it. I wish they had someone here to have a look through all these bloody photos. And yeah, I've got it. I hope you can see it. This is where NATO is. Now, NATO is American-led. American-led. Oh, that was me. Sorry there. Oh, God, blimey, I forgot. Where is it? Just as it before. No, stop it. Got it. Sorry about that, people. We've got to touch these things. I know that would be hard for you to see, but try and have a look. That's where all that red is NATO. It's NATO. Africa, all Europe, South America, it's NATO. And the South China Seas. The South China Seas. you see it any better here? Look who. I wish Jason was here. He'd have put us up. He'd have put us up. I'm so sorry about this. But that's about it. That's the map. They're all over the place, NATO. There's only 250, 16 countries in the world. They've got most of them. They want to surround China and Russia. That's what they want to do. That's why they wanted Ukraine. And Putin said, going back to the Minsk agreement that was signed in 2008, he was saying, listen, someone NATO in Ukraine. It's all a big lie by the West. Angela Merkel said the Minsk agreement was a big lie. She admitted it after she became, after she left as the chancellor. And do you know what it was for? So Ukraine could build up their army and build defences. They knew it was all planned to poke the bear so that they'd go in. And as I said, all the culture of Russia was being banned by the Ukrainians and shelled. These people speaking Russian was shelled after the day of coup d'etat in 2014. Shelled, killed. And Putin kept saying, stop this, listen, stop it. You've got to stop it. Telling the Americans, telling the British, telling Europe, that stupid EU. Telling them, you must stop this. And they wouldn't. Because they were poking the bear. They wanted to get rid of Putin. To chop up Russia. For their resources. The oil. The diamonds. The uranium. Everything. Everything they've got, Russia. Everything. That's what they wanted. And they failed. Big time. Big time. Backfired. What does Ursula von der Leyen say? The economy is in tatters. Remember, I watched a little bit of a thing, and you see it a couple of years ago saying, and she's showing these microchips from washing machines and things like that. She said they're running out of them. And then she said, their economy is in tatters. Tatters. That's what she said. It's not. The GDP, the fourth best in the world. What a foolish woman. She's got blood on her hands, that woman. A bureaucrat who was never elected. Captain Sal, FSG out. Even Frank, I've been quietly listening to you in the background and agree with everything you've said. I've seen how they destroyed Libya because of Gaddafi wanted a united Africa with one country. Yes. So did Saddam Hussein. I seen something today, Captain, and I was watching this thing about Netanyahu, and as I was, I was putting on, the comments, like, and I seen the likes of I wanted a comment, but I couldn't get onto the comments for some reason on my phone. And what it said was, look all these people up. He's mentioning Putin and, and everybody else. Like that, he said, and that fella who runs Syria, he never said Bashir al-Assad because he never even, he just said, because he barrel bombed his own people. And I was trying to get on, that's been defunct, you fool. This is how the brainwashed against anything and everything. Good show, Captain. Good show. USA wants to control every country in the world. Of course they do. Of course they do, Norman. Of course they do, mate. There is fuel poverty in this country. I've always said the way our elderly are treated in the UK is a disgrace. Yes, just mentioned it. Like, the dogs are keeping them warm. Dogs. They can't afford to eat them. We need to get our pensioners over to France where they can get a lift by the sea back to the UK and pretend to be refugees. They'll have everything they want then. It's disgusting how they are treated. Yes. 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 Norman says, Red Jew, spot on. IBR. Norman, the Liverpool care pathway was brought back in 2020 by Rat Hancock, and the elderly were genocided in Midzozolam. Yes. Pensioners deciding between food or another tenner in the heating. UK 2024. James A. Evening, Frank and chat. Political night, Frank, brother. Yeah. It really is. I must admit, says Norman, I must admit, Frank and chat, modern day life is not my cup of tea. You can't say nothing these days. Stuff that was funny years ago are now considered offensive, ridiculous. Well, the likes of, whether you like Elon Musk or not, and Donald J. Trump, he's bringing back free speech. He's going to get rid of all this wokeness. He's promised that. Free speech, say what you want. YouTube's terrible for it because you can't. Have you ever noticed? Have you ever watched a film on there or something? And say it's like they've got subtitles on. If you say sex, it's got S with a little asterisk and X. It's that animals. And like you see documentaries and especially these cops and they say that, and it's got it leaves out the F at the word, and you see it's subtitled F with a K at the end, little asterisks. It's YouTube. White say YouTube. The Red Jew. Foreign elderly seem to get treated well, but our own are treated like dirt. Why does the government treat outsiders better than the indigenous of this not so great anymore Britain? That's a great comment, that, because I'm being honest, we've been treated shabbily. Did you know that before all this as well, our pensioners have been the lowest paid group in the entire, in the whole of Europe. I remember Greece. They nearly went bankrupt, Greece, and they had to borrow off the International Monetary Funds, IMF. They had to borrow off them, and people. I always remember a news channel, watching a news channel, and they said, well, how about the pensioners? Will they have to take a substantial lot? And he said, no, they're getting what they deserve. We look after our elderly. Never forget that. That was in Greece, a few years ago when it nearly went bankrupt. But we're the worst off. Pensioners in this country of ours, in the UK, are the worst to be looked after. Shocking. Labour parties don't exist anymore. I will never vote. I never voted this year, to be honest, Norman. I didn't vote anymore. I did. Francine said, are you going along to vote? And I said, no. This is not a Labour Party. Starmer's a horrible man. She said, but he'd be different from Rishi Sunak. I said, no, he won't. He's a neocon. She said, what do you mean? I said, he's taking orders from the States as usual. Like Blair did, like we've always done. Like Sunak did. Frank, Putin is one man you can never threaten. Frank, Putin is one man you can never threaten. Watch when Trump comes in. It'll all be China. I'm sorry, America, but you're not policing me, even though the UK is a pile of America. Of course it is. I'm sorry, I've got. Reading them is shocking, I know. But you're right. We've been lapdogs to America, but do you know that? I'm being funny here, but do you know who America rely on in this country? Because they're the best at it. Shall I tell you? MI6. We've got the best intel. America hasn't. It's us. Isn't it? Red you, says Norman. Look at the respect the Italian elderly get, and they are looked after. Here, elderly are told, well, it's old age, you should expect. Do you ever remember that Tory MP? Some fucking fat fella. That's my going, trying to swear. Some fat Tory prick. When he went like that, he said, let the pensioners work for their benefit. He fucking said that pensions are benefits, a state pension, and let them work for it. Does anybody ever remember that? I asked her a while ago why did the ICC put out a warrant for Putin's arrest? What was it for? And I thought that you might have known. I know why. When the Donbass was being shelled by the Kiev regime and kids were being killed, they were written, this doesn't come out. It's always Russia doing this, but Ukraine was hitting hospitals, schools, and everything else. That's what all the Russians were hiding in there. Nobody fucking went. They're on the battlefield, you pricks. So, what Putin did, he ordered, I think it was 600 children to be removed from the Donbass area into Russia, into a safe place. And the parents agreed, yeah, just get my child out of here. And what they said, obviously it was America, albeit they don't fucking recognise the ICC, as you know. And they said, get a warrant out for his arrest for kidnapping. Would you fucking believe that? Kidnapping. It's as though Putin himself went into the Donbass area and said, yeah, grab that kid, grab them two over there. And fucking hell. And people fucking believe that. That's how thick some people are. Oh. James was saying to Norman, I've never voted in my life. They're all corrupt and don't care about the UK unless it's London. Well, you've only got to see London, haven't you? You've only got to see London. I was made up when the Duke of Westminster gave £1 billion to build Liverpool one. They didn't. London, the government, no fucking way. We needed to, try and get the economy up. And the Duke of Westminster said, yeah. Bill, honestly, he bought the land and he gave £1 billion. Well, it went over £1 billion. How do I know? I was the historical consultant for them. For Liverpool. Named 6 places. Was it 6 or 7? Anyway. And my daughter, Francine, like that, he was walking down Church Street. I said, yeah, I named that. And she went, I said, yeah. And she said, where's your name? I said, they don't put like street things, name by. I said, look at every street in Liverpool, in the world. It's got names, by such a body. The Red Juice says, did you know it's Islamophobia in brackets, which is made up May, close brackets, month? No. We have Pride Month, Black History Month, etc. When is White History Month or Straight Month? You'll never get them. You'll never get them. Do you know what? You see, what you've got to look at as well, Reggie, is this. I remember, I'm only going back a year or two ago. And what was, I'm a historian, I'm a fucking good historian as well. I don't just know about Liverpool. I know a lot. Believe you me, I know a lot. And I'm not blowing my own throat, please. I'm not blowing my own throat. I just want to make a point here. Just want to make a fucking point. 2 points. One was that Francine? She said, hey, Dad, if she what is coming up, because I like historical thing. I said, if it's on BBC, I'm not going to watch it. I don't fucking watch it. I don't even watch Match of the Day. I do sometimes. And honestly, it was about Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn, the mother of Elizabeth I. Yeah. And she was black. What's that telling you historically? Or what's it trying to say or do? And it's wrong. It's fucking wrong to change anything like that. It really is. And it's like the new Gladiator. No, Denzel Washington's a great actor. For fuck's sake, come on. Going down a bit, boys and girls. The Red Jew. Google owns YouTube, and they are masters at censorship. That's why you got to use code in chat sometimes. Yeah. It's like my little football channel and that, and even this. I get unsubscribed, loads of times. I'm stuck on the same percentage, the same number of subscriptions. And they take away, there was a lad named Leo Goals or something like that, a Liverpool supporter. And I said last night, I'm 10 subscribers down. And he explained why. He said, you've got to have likes. If anyone likes it, that's all right. That's get the algorithm up there. And YouTube look at the less likes because they think that you're not looking at it. If even if you're a subscriber, but you're looking at the show and you don't press the likes, they think that you're not looking at it, which you are. So they unsubscribe it. Think about that. The Red Jew, yeah, you're right. We all could be banned. Frank, I cannot believe the age for pensioners to retire is absolutely sickening. I've retired, as you know. I've retired. Fucking hell, the way they say, enjoy your twilight years. I can't enjoy that. I can't fucking walk. I can walk, but I can't walk far. I'm fucked. Medically fucked. As I said to Myra Page before, if I was able-bodied, I'd be over to America, to that big demonstration, big protest. I would have been there. I really would. Just can't do it. If the West stop interfering in these war-torn countries for their own self-interest, half these refugees wouldn't be here, since our government is directly responsible for most of these conflicts. I said that before. It's to destabilize these areas, Captain. In Africa, some countries in Africa, especially the Middle East, to destabilize it. They'd love to go into Iran and destabilize that. They're still in Syria now, the Americans, robbing their oil. They're there illegally. Why aren't they arrested? Why aren't they arrested? The thieves. If you and I went into a shop and fucking robbed something, you'd be arrested. Nothing could. Yeah, look at Netanyahu and the arrest warrant. Right. I always remember 2 or 3 years ago, whatever it was, and this American senator was saying, if any American, is taken by the Hague, we'll attack the Hague. We'll attack them to get our lad out. That's what he said. He just said, we're going to sanction the Hague. We could go in there and sort it and just... Is Netanyahu an American? No. Do you know what he is? He's a fucking Pole and something Romanian as well. His name's not yet, well, he made that name up. He's got a Polish name, Milanowski or something, whatever it is. MI6 and SAS, Special Boat Service. Well, my dad wasn't in the MX. He was a Special Boat Service. He used to blow up submarines, Nazi boats, battleships. Fucking hell. No, the Nazis are back in there. The Azovs. The Azovs. Do you know what I mean? The West tries to deny that they were Nazis. Fucking follow them in Ukraine. Follow them. Stepan Bandera. He's 400,000 Jews alone he murdered, besides thousands upon thousands of Russians and other peoples in Ukraine. And they celebrate his birthday every fucking year. They've got streets named after him. Did you know that? Did you know that Ukraine went desecrated Russian Orthodox churches and arrested priests? Did you know that? Zelensky imprisoned all his opposition, journalists, television people. Look at imprison them. Did you know that? Democracy? There's fucking von der Leyen saying that, the democracy of Ukraine. You've got to give them democracy. What fucking democracy, you fucking fool? Make sure you hit the likes, peeps. I won't ask you to subscribe because I'm sure you already have. But like. Thank you. The IBR. What I noticed that young Labour voters are all progressive brainwashed globalists yet and have no empathy for pensioners yet or our homeless veterans, and they all care about is the climate BS. Yeah, fuck. When the Nord Stream pipeline went up, blue, it was the most catastrophic thing that could happen to the climate change. Where was fucking Greta Thunberg? Where was she? Where was she? Did she say anything? No, because have you ever heard of Seymour Hersh? He's an investigative reporter, American, and he came out with it, didn't he? When I was talking about who blew it up and that they blamed the Russians, fucking Gilligan's Island, ridiculous. Then they started blaming Zelensky. He gave the go at it. He never had the expertise. They can't even put a fucking missile together, the Ukrainians. You know that, don't you? That's right. That's right, too. Well, use a fucking sending over these, and they had to have Americans and British to fucking use them. That's why the French were like, we're not fucking sending any in. That's why the Italians said, we're not sending any in. No fucking way. But the British, good old Stanley, has put us on the precipice. We might fucking wake up tomorrow. Do you know that Liverpool is it is the blackest spot in Europe? Did you know that? For a nuclear attack. Liverpool, us, you and I. I'm going to have a drag at this. I'm sorry. Do you know what? It's the only night I brought this in. To drink, like. And it's the only night I don't feel thirsty. It's mad, that. Mind you, I never had anything to eat because I don't have anything to eat before I do a show because I fall asleep. I have anything to eat. I fall asleep. Hello, me. Fall asleep. I'm going to go through these comments, people. I know. Let's see. Right. Red Jew. Is it war crimes? What is? I'm sorry, I've lost hope there. Red Jew, I'm sorry, mate. Yeah, it's all fucking war crimes if you're talking about Netanyahu. The Arnold family, owners of the LVMH luxury empire, plan to draw on Jurgen Klopp's expertise as a part of an ambitious project to transform Paris FC into a force in French soccer. Bill Klopper statue. This is current affairs, not. But build Klopper statue. Join me on the post-match on Sunday. Liverpool's Yabby, Tim Howard. Here's my personal view. Doing a dance that mimics Donald Trump is stupid. Why? Because whether it's the president of the US or my neighbour down the street. Tim Howard. Here's my personal view. Doing a dance that mimics Donald Trump is stupid. Why? Because whether it's the president of the US or my neighbour down the street. I would never back someone who I believe is racist. I wouldn't glorify that. I wouldn't do it for anything, says the Liverpool Shabby. But that's a quote of someone. It's that Tim Howard. Oh, Tim Howard, the goalkeeper. He's bound to fucking say that, though, isn't he? It's he voted for Kamal. He endorsed Kamala. He's fucking saying that. And Tim Howard is absolutely right. No, not about politics, about being a decent human being first and foremost. But who's racist? It's so easy to come out with these fucking words. Like anti-Semitism. You're an anti-Semite. Why am I that fucking anti-Semite? Is that because I question and criticise Israel? You called an anti-Semite. It's so easy to label. It's so fucking easy. I got called a racist because I said no slaves landed in Liverpool. And they fucking didn't. And yet, you're a racist. Why am I a racist for saying that? Do you see how fucking stupid it is? Do you know what a racist is? Can anyone define me what a racist is? The definition of a racist is. A racist is someone who wouldn't even have a black friend. Do you know that? That's a racist. And an anti-Semite's the same. I've got, well, I haven't seen it for ages since what happened to me. Jews. One was a politician. Still call him a good friend. The other one is a great musician who's played in America. I'm talking about, classical music and jazz. He loves jazz, this musician. He's got an orchestra. Friends, Jews. Just shows you, doesn't it, really, So you've got to define what a racist is. I had a mate, Jake Abraham. I wrote a play. He was going to direct it and started it. We had the cast. COVID fucked us up, that Boris Johnson. And Matt Hancock. With the lockdown and everything, it was all ready to go at St. George's Hall concert room, the play, in the June. We had to cancel it. In the meantime, Jacob fucking died. And I'm a racist by saying no slaves landed in Liverpool, for fuck's sake. And they didn't, believe you me, they didn't. Take no notice of people say they did. Not a fucking shred of evidence. Even the Echo, if they knew that they landed, official slaves landed in Liverpool, believe. Fucking ridiculous. Liverpool videos. Did you hear what Klopp had to say about the war in Ukraine? No. He said, it's beyond my understanding. I am 54, nearly 55, and it's beyond my understanding how one adult can put the whole world in such a situation, especially the people in Ukraine. Who did he mean by that? Did he mean that Putin? Or does he mean Zelensky? Where's the most corrupt country on the planet? Where is it? Where's the biggest washing machine in the world? What country is it in? The biggest fucking washing machine in the world. And what's the most corrupt country in the world? Let me know. The Liverpool videos. I know so many Ukrainian people and Russian people as well. It's obviously not about the people. It's about the war of one really bad man. Yeah. And have a look at Zelensky. That's who you fucking be sure looking at. Do you know that there was a peace agreement exactly a month after the SMO started? Did you know that? Liverpool videos. And it was done in Turkey. And they were going to sign it. And there was signed, by the way. The next Boris Johnson went over and said, don't fucking, no, don't be doing any of this nonsense, this peace nonsense. Obviously, America told him to get over it. Boris fucking Johnson, that clown. The war went on. This is what you have. Over 1 million Ukrainian lads are either dead or maimed for life. Maimed for life. Can't do anything with their lives. Over 1 million. Don't read that you don't fucking see that on the BBC or read it in the Daily Mirror. So yeah. I've just told you why Putin went in. Just told you why. For the security of his country, the Russian Federation. What did we do? You wouldn't know because I know you're a young lad, Liverpool videos. In 1982, was it 82? Galtieri, a fella, an Argentinian general, went over to the Falklands to reclaim it for the Falklands of the South Atlantic. I never forget, I was watching Grenada reports. I knew where it was. And they were asking ordinary people, do you know where the Falklands is? Is it by, I tell you what, is it up by the Orkneys? That's what they were fucking coming out. And a fucking clue. It's like the Americans today. Where's Ukraine? They're asking young people, where's Ukraine? They don't even know where fucking England is. And I've mentioned this before. They asked this young student, a girl, fucking university student, a girl, and said, where's England? And she said, I don't know. And he said, have a guess. And she says, this is in Mexico. You see what I mean? They haven't a fucking clue. I always remember this fella as well. He was around 69 or something like that. An American lad, you know, man. And his son was going over to Vietnam. Being, a conscript, getting over there. That's where you're fucking going. To bomb the fuck out of people. What were they doing there in Vietnam? Right, so he said, and he was talking to the dad, he said, my son doesn't even know where it is. He said, I'm a World War II vet, no, Korean vet. He said, I don't even know where it is. Where is it? That's what he said. I forget that. That was on I always forget it, Newsnight or something like that on BBC Two. But when people believe what the lying mainstream media tells them, I always say, is that true, or did you hear it from the BBC? I've just been saying it to the young lad, the Liverpool videos. And Darryl said that Putin's corrupt and he's a bad man. Darryl. Fucking hell. Fuck me. IBR, Google, Facebook, Pentium, Sony, Nike, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, weapons manufacturers, mining companies, oil, and too many more to name, all under the thumb of BlackRock, Vanguard. Yeah. Yeah. See, the washing machine is Ukraine. And that's why Biden is giving all this fucking money to them now before he goes out of office, because it's going back to fucking him. And the industrial complex. Military industrial complex, MIC. Spot on, IBR. Spot on, mate. Norman says, people say the BBC is not what it used to be, but what it was years ago was just as much of a lie. Look at the stuff that comes out in recent years. BBC is and always was a joke. Of course it was. Still is. Ukraine are not innocent, as you are told. I'm not talking about the average citizen. Well, it's not the average citizens, as you know, it's the fucking politician. It's the Azovs. They're Nazis. They're not. And you ask the majority of people in this country, who are the Azovs? The fuck are they? You would. The Nazis. No, they're all done away with. That's one of the reasons why Putin wants to go. What was it? Well, he's there now in Ukraine to denazify the country. Did you ever see before they went in? By the way, did you ever see people, ordinary Russian people, not Russian, but Ukrainians who spoke Russian, being tied to a fucking lamppost with cling film? Do you ever remember that? and then beating them up, just walking past and hitting them. Then all of a sudden, what you never seen, I didn't see it either, but someone said, they put the cling film over the face. They were at the cling, they couldn't move, but with all this cling film. And when they got fed up with them, what happened to them then? They couldn't fucking breathe, they died. Asphyxiated. Captain Sal. Netanyahu is the biggest war criminal since Hitler, a complete disgrace of a human. Yes. Yes. Captain Sal. And his fucking cabinet. They shouldn't go unnoticed. And all the people who are complicit in this, what they're doing to those people. I keep saying about this little girl, it fucking kills me. Walking in the rubble street. You could see she must have been in a building that was blown up. And she's just walking aimlessly. Her parents must have been dead or whatever. And she was walking aimlessly in that. She must have been about 3 or 4, beautiful little face. But covered, you know, in that white dust. And her little face was filthy. And she had this frozen princess dress up, little blue thing. And I said on the George Galway show, I put a comment from, and he read it out. And I said, has anybody got any idea what's happened to this beautiful child, known as the princess? And George read it out. And the comment was shocked, actually. And he said, Frank Carlyle, she's dead. Think about that. Little children like you. And these are fucking still doing it. I heard Netanyahu today. He's saying, we want to save the Palestinians. This is what he's fucking saying. We tell them to move, but Hamas is there. We tell them, I'd move them. So they moved them into different places, but they still fucking bomb them. And then places where they told to move to. There are 2 million misplaced Palestinians on the move in that little strip of fucking land. And there's that Schmorches, fucking horrible prick in. And he's setting up all this, he's annexing, you know, where all the resources is, the likes of the oil and the gas, and he's putting up, you know, he's getting real estate in to set up all these apartments and everything else, overlooking the fucking sea. See what they want to do? What's happening to these poor people? Anyone seen that pathetic box-ticking Xmas boots? Oh, pathetic. And that fucking woman she's a black woman. No, I'd never seen this. Then all of a sudden it came up. I don't fucking watch anything like that. And it came up, and what she fucking said about the balcony. That's a racist remark. A racist remark. In any terms. And she's got the fucking job in there, Tesco. The boots. Fucking ridiculous. Feel sorry for pensioners who can't afford to heat their homes, but not the ones in the coffee shops. Every day they must be absolutely loaded at them prices. They go in for a warm. I remember talking to, and I'm going back a few years ago. It was a terrible winter. And people went into the libraries to keep warm. Picture it. Does anybody ever remember that? Going into places, going into cafes for a cup of tea to keep fucking warm. The Red Jew. In the 60s, they said we only got 10 years left if we don't do something to save the planet. Said same in the 70s, 80s, etc. But just use different names every century. That is climate change, ice melting, and so on. Yeah, it's fear mongering. It's fear mongering all the time. Red Jew. It's fear mongering. It's the control. My mate took me out. He said he just came once. It was in the summer. He said, I'll take you out every week. I said, oh, great. Anyway, it was a Sunday. And he comes out, it was a lovely day. And he said, come on, I'll take you to Crosby. I said, well, yeah. He said, yeah. I said, come on, I'll meet up. Crosby, sitting in his car, driving to Crosby. And he went, do you know what they are there? And they were diesel lamps. And I went, no. He said, they're cameras, have a look. He said, they're the high-tech cameras. And I said, 1984. He said, precisely. You want to see them? You wouldn't even fucking think that they were cameras. Looking at you and me. Only out for fucking 2.5 hours and he brought me home. He said, I've got to go somewhere. I went, last time I'd be buying you lunch. Never come after that. A great fella too. Oh, he got a job, got a job, I'm being honest. You, sir. Did you know that Ellen DeGeneres is moving to England because Donald Trump? I don't fucking want her. She's a fucking asshole there. She must be on the Diddy list. Yeah, because she's always with Diddy. Jennifer Lopez. Remember the gun in her bag? She gave it to P. Diddy. P. Diddy shot this fucking person in the face. Then he gave her the gun back and he walked out the club. And what she was doing with other lads. What about, what's her name? Oh, what's her name? She used to be married to Bruce Willis. Had a couple of kids soon. She had the young boys, didn't she? Allegedly. There's photos of her and everything. Don't. War crimes, Netanyahu, Frank. It's what is it? What's the full title? It's about humanity. It's about humanity. It's about the starvation. It's about no electricity. It's about food. Not getting in. Well, they've been stopping food from getting in for fucking years. There's a fella by the name, he's an old man now. He's a former ambassador, American ambassador. And he said that for 70 years, Palestine was a concentration camp. That's what he said. And he said, today, it's an extermination camp. Chaz Freeman, his name is. Former American ambassador. Nice one. The Red Jew. I'm still doing the Trump dance. Why don't people do their research instead of repeating the media lies? Stop being a sheeple. I was very surprised at Darryl. Honestly, well, you know, he's just a Liverpool supporter. Youssef, says the Red Jew. When Trump won the first time, there was a number of celebrities that said they were leaving because of Trump. None of them did. They just chat BS. Whoopi Goldberg. Did you see the lies she said? Not about, it wasn't about Trump. She told loads of lies about Trump. And she went like that. She walked into this cafe and they wouldn't serve her. You know, this is what she was saying on that. I think it's called The View. And people are going fucking mad at that. Ordinary Americans. And she got the sack because she was telling fucking lies. Why wasn't she served? You've got to understand. I'm not saying why. I walked in and they wouldn't serve me. They said that they had nothing done, you know, and I know that they were because I see people being served. She's getting sued to fuck. What's happened to Oprah? Fucking girl. And the young boys and men and you wouldn't take that about Oprah, would you? Callum, evening Callum. IBR. The elites have massive nuclear bunkers already, but I'd fucking rather, I wouldn't want to survive a nuclear attack. Please watch. It's called The Day After. The Day After. Made in 1983. Fucking hell, I mentioned his name before and I forgot it. Jason Robards. Jason Robards is in it. Try and get the remastered one though. Mate, you get it on YouTube. It's 1,000 times worse now than what it was then. Just watch it. It's a good film. No propaganda or nothing. Just proper film. It's very similar to the end of Planet of the Apes when you see Charlton Heston, and he sees the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, and he went, "My God, they've gone and done it. The idiots have gone and done it." Similar to that. It's not about the Statue of Apes or anything. Watch it. But watch Nuclear Armageddon. Watch Nuclear Escalation remastered. Watch them. They're very short. Please watch them. Watch them right after this. If you're doing not, get us on YouTube. Nuclear Armageddon and Nuclear Escalation. Those two, watch them. Just watch them one after the other. They're not long. And see the fucking propaganda. And they were made. One was made last year, a year old. The other one was a year before that. And see what the propaganda is. It's incredible. And it's good. And you said, hey Reggie, today these celebs chat out there, and when it comes to, do you have a clue? Do you have a clue? Oh, wait, Myra's still with us. I've been swearing my head off. Myra, I'm sorry. Senator Tom Cotton threatened to take military action against the Netherlands, comply with the war warrant. Yeah. Oh yeah, that Tom Cotton is one horror. What's Israel? Honestly, Tom Cotton is a prick. The Red Jew. I thought Darryl was awake, but now I think he's a bit woke. Says the Red Jew. Captain Sal, Putin is the only leader standing against the New World Order, which the West can't have, so they got to take him out. Do you ever remember when he banned all the, the gays? Yeah, he banned them, didn't he? At Sochi. Know what I mean? He banned them. He said, no, you're not fucking coming here. This wokeness, I've got a 12-year-old granddaughter, I'll put it this way. I don't want a fucking male dressed in women's clothing walking into her toilet. You've got males having showers in women's, and that's wrong. To me, it's wrong. There's a fucking big Moroccan man, transgender or whatever he fucking was. I never watched the Olympics. I wouldn't fucking watch them. I'm sorry, Myra, if you're still with us, I'm swearing, I'm sorry. But, and this Moroccan gets in with this Italian girl. And he beats the fuck out of her. Boxing. Is that right? Is that fucking right? And Myra, Senator Tom Cotton threatens against the Netherlands. American law on the ICC is known as the Hague Invasion Act for a reason. Yeah, because that's any American who's, I think I mentioned it before, any American that the Hague thing is deemed a criminal and they get him and putting him on trial, they go to fucking war over it. The Hague Invasion Act for a reason, comply with the warrants ICC. Yeah. Exactly, Myra. Myra and I watch. We watch these different streams. That's how we got to know each other. Streams that tell the fucking truth. Good evening, Ali Noose. Good evening, Ali. Our Romanian friend. He's been watching something. He's been out on the beer or something. Darwin the Goat. Hey, Frank, I was just reading the Daily Mail. Reggie, tell him. Reggie, tell him. Tell him. And he says, and saw this news hate incidents being probed by police, including a child who said a classmate smelled like a fish, a woman likening another to a Rottweiler, and the homophobic name Leonard. There you go. You can't say that. Teredia, Yusuf. Yes, that's another woke BS ad. I only know about them because people I follow on YouTube. I don't watch the mainstream media. That's how I found out, Reggie, about Boots. I was just watching it. It's shocking. See how they turn people against each other. Clash. Darwin the Goat. Did you hear about it? They used to be the world superpower. What an unfortunate fall. and cozy false, cozy. So when they go now, they investigate children's fish smell accusations. Ali Danouche, I believe the world is going down every day. Every day, those leaders destroy it. I mean, one Romanian guy who came back from England, he said there is a very dangerous to live. It must be a dangerous place to live. He is 100% Romanian. Do that anyways, fucking see. And the football flashback, and he's talking to Darwin the goat. Could you some of Trump's America First policies right about now? See, what he's getting rid of all this wokeness, to be honest. It's a pity that, look, Biden's not doing all this. It's a fella named Blinken and Jake Sullivan. They're doing all this escalation. Youssef, says Red June, if you watch the ads again, you'll see a white hand in glove holding the gear stick. Yet, miraculously, when the guy got out of the car, he became a black dude. Ali Danouche, just check. Putin said, if Ukraine will start using long-range rockets, we will think about using nukes. What Biden did the second day, yeah, he told Ukraine to start using the rockets. This is a joke. I'd love to say it is a joke, but it's more than a joke, Ali Danouche. That's what we've been talking about. The copites of even in copite. The copites of I haven't seen you for a while. The bakery's boiler system wasn't working. They could serve anyone, but Rupi lies as she does a lot on The View. She either plays the black, always. It's shocking. Playing the black card all the time. And then, they play the anti-Semitic cards as well. Or the victim card. This time she got caught out. Yeah, that's right. She did. But don't you? That says Yusuf. There's another Jaguar advert where there was no car involved. You think they were fashion brand and not the car manufacturers. Even Elon Musk took the piss. Oh, Mary's with us, lovely. I made up your stage with us, Myra. Really. Let me know what you think of the show, Myra, at the end. And John, Norman, God, blimey. Can you change your fucking name? Just hyphenate it and say Norman. Anne and Norman. Or, stroke it. Gene Hackman, film Misunderstood, 1984, a film I seen last night. What a brilliant actor he was. Such ability in different roles. Yes. What's is it The Accusation or The Accused? What's it called? Been telling people to watch it. Gene Hackman and Morgan Freeman. Brilliant. Brilliant. The Accusation, I think it's called. Or the Accuser, something like that. YouTube, look at it on YouTube. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the Red Yusuf, what kinds of sheeple are these that make these wokey jokey ads? And he says saying hello. That's lovely. Even IBR saying hello to the lovely Miley. Same as in prisons, Frank. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean about it's just fucking mad, isn't it? Would you like, come on. Would you like to see any of your kids, girls, I'm talking about girls, say like school age, say like 14, 15, still at school, 16, and fucking fellas walking in while they're getting showers after their PE or whatever they do, sports. Even if, say like a martial arts thing, like, the sports they do now, Olympic sport, you've got a daughter who's good at what kind of sport, if you know what I mean. Say like a physical sport like judo or and coming up against a fucking man. Would you like that? I wouldn't. Boxing, I wouldn't. Wrestling, I wouldn't. Women are women. A woman. No, man, a man now identified as a woman should not be in a women's prison. I make it clear it is only my... No, it's everybody's opinion. It's everybody's opinion. It's everybody's opinion. But Daily Mail, are you having a laugh? Like I said, wake up. Stop being a sheeple. And that's to the young lad. Liverpool videos, is it Liverpool video? Or Darwin the Goat? Quite sure. Biden has been a walking corpse for a number of years. I don't blame him. Yeah. What I said, I'm going back a while back, honestly. I wasn't on air because I didn't have this show at the time. And I never said it on the football shows or film shows. What I said, talking to her, is it my daughter? My daughter? No, my mate. He took me to Crosby. That's I haven't seen him since. He just phoned me now and again. I said, it wasn't when he took me to Crosby, it was ages before then, a couple of years. Last year I said, Biden, the way he is, he could get rid of the world because he hasn't got long to go. He's in deep trouble. His son Biden is in deep trouble with the law. And once all these tapes come out and everything else and the laptop, he's done in. He'll go to jail forever then. He could just go like that. Press the button. Fuck the world. Because he's done in. Horrible man. Horrible senator. He was as well. Hates Russia. He actually said, I've seen him saying it. Like when he was a senator, he said about Zionism. He said, you don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. I'm a Zionist. He said it. See him? Norman. That's a long trip on Sunday, 6 hours for me. Saints away, says Norman. The Liverpool videos. UK require £10 travel permits for EU and US citizens. Yeah. There's only one country I visit when I go up, well, when I used to go up, and that was Italy. Italy. That's all. Got the culture, you've got the history, you've got the sun. Just beauty. So if you haven't been to Italy, make it sure on your bucket list. If you've got a bucket list. Cozy False. I love Cozy False. And he's talking to the Liverpool video. To think, we were once free to wander each other's lands, collaborate with each other, without tons of red tape and restrictions, without long forms to fill, data we had to give up. Yes. Good shout, lad. Good shout, Cody. He carries on by saying, lines to waiting. I travelled to the UK many times prior to 2016. Not sure why we went backwards, but it's a shame. Everything is. And the Darwin the goat. That just means more money to the government out of people's pockets. Yeah. It's only £10. Yeah. YouTube doesn't care about £10. But it's a clear sign that if it's okay, then in the future they can either increase the fee or add more steps. You never walk out. Did you hear Semi could compete in the women's seminaya? Who's that seminaya? Couldn't compete in women's Olympics as a female. No. Who's seminaya? Is the fella? Red you. Cody, no red tape or restrictions for illegals. Same as in America as well, isn't it? And this is what Trump wanted. They were giving the illegals a form to fill in, saying if you vote for Biden or Kamala Harris, you'll get a citizenship. These are illegal people coming in right into America. Absolutely nuts. Football flag. Piers Morgan was named the UK's 40th sexiest man alive. He doesn't condemn. He condemned this ICC warrant for Netanyahu. So I won't say anything more about who he supports. And he hates fucking Russia. Tells lies about them. Tells lies about everything. Roger Waters fucked him up. I've seen that on YouTube. Roger Waters, you know, brilliant. I don't agree with that. I'm more sexy than him. Used to be. Brilliant. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, Red Tube. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Football flashback. Great names, aren't they? Jeremy Clarkson 1. Tom Holland 3. Tom Holland. Jeremy Clarkson. Sexy. Oh, fuck off. I'm not out. Prince William. Gareth Southgate. Cillian Murphy. Are you having a laugh? No. This was the top 5 most handsome men, by the way. Jeremy Clarkson. Gareth Southgate. Cillian Murphy's alright, isn't he? No, that can't be. That can't be. enough of these fucking people, like, oh, Jesus. Biden is just a pawn, 100%. Those damn leaders behind him is destroying this world. Frank Massinari. Of course he is. Of course he's a pawn. He's not doing it. He isn't compass mentis. Honestly, he's not compass mentis at all. He's like a AY goat. He doesn't know what to do. Sorry to diverge, but it's that digress you mean. But it was a very interesting article I fell upon in Pop Crave. Never heard of that. Pop Crave. Callum. I'm going on. I'm going on holiday in the summer. Portugal, Germany, and Italy are the three I'm choosing against, obvious, after the Liverpool parade, after winning the job. Yes, of course. Go to Italy. Don't go to Germany. Portugal's all right, but Italy. My advice is, if you're with a lady, if you want a romantic city to go to a place called Sorrento, southern Italy. Because on the doorstep there, you have Rome, a few hours away, that's all. Go there. If you're going with a package firm, normally they do weekends in Rome if you're going away for 2 weeks or whatever. That's what I used to do when I went there. Go on a little package, little weekend away, And brilliant. It's a Rome I'm talking about. The Amalfi Coast. Costa Amalfi. Fantastic. Mamma mia. Oh, the three I'm choosing against, obviously, after Liverpool parade, after winning the job. I like that. That's great, though. Don't laugh, Frank, but I can actually sing in Italian. Panis Angelicus, Ave Maria. I love Ave Maria. Makes me cry. Adesta Fidelis, not a great voice, but I was brought up listening to. Yeah, and Pavarotti. Darwin the Goat. Frank, do you have any recommendations for the best place to stay informed? Darwin the Goat. There's loads of stuff, honestly. There's a thing. There's a thing called. I wish they could write the things down. I can't fucking do it here. There's a thing called Judging Freedom. Judge Napolitano. Just Google him. Judge Napolitano. Judging Freedom. Just write that down. Judging Freedom. Redacted. Another one. I'll be watching this fella later on. There's a fella by the name of Alex Christoforou. He's from the Duran. I follow him. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. That's just Wednesday nights. hang on, Sunday night, 7 o'clock, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, but I'm on, and Sundays, Wednesdays, that's right, that's right, Sundays and Wednesdays, 7 o'clock, you get George Galway, YouTube. These are all YouTube people. It's incredible what you can get on there. But be careful, you might go to another thing and it's a load of bollocks. But the Duran, but judging freedom, please, judging freedom, that comes out, and he's got different guests on throughout the day and night. He's got different guests, and you'll see, you'll get the truth. You really get the truth. He's a proper judge. He's a proper judge. Judge Napolitano. But just get judging freedom. And the Duran. Even a fella by the name of Jimmy Dore. You get him up. Jimmy Dore. D-O-R-A. Jimmy Dore. Get his show up. And you get the... I mainly read the Daily Mail and the Daily Star, says Darwin the Goat. I don't, even the Red Raw doesn't even, see, the Anfield Raw doesn't even, Red Dew doesn't even read that. These lads on here don't read them. Got a joke, propaganda, IBR. Bet on the stream and do a duet with Frank. Is that the Italian thing? Come bella luna. Oh, my little voice. There are more women footy presenters now on the men's game than men. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I was watching the Liverpool game, and there was a commentator, a girl. Oh, she was awful. Not being funny, but Captain Sal, he's got FSG out. Hashtag FSG out. Caster Semenya, a South African athlete, Frank, former Olympic gold medalist. Oh, right, okay. I don't watch the Olympics. I was talking to my grandson last night. Was it that? Yeah, not last night, but anyway. And I was telling him about the boxing. I used to follow boxing, and I stopped when, like, modern day. I think the last boxer I was watching was Lennox Lewis when he was a good. But I go back to I said, the best pound for pound boxer ever, this is just my opinion, by the way, was Roberto Duran. The best, people that go, oh no, Ali and all that. No. The only man to go undefeated, and he fought loads of hungry fighters at the time. He never fought the likes of Chuck Wepner or fucking Jack Bodell or any of them, which Ali did. He fought loads of bums. This fella never fought one bum in his life. Every one of them were hungry boxers. And that was Rocky Marciano. Not Marciano, Rocky Marciano. That's how you pronounce it properly. Rocky Marciano. Brilliant. But Roberto Duran, best pound for pound boxer. I said even he's better than the Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas the Hitman. I like them, don't get me wrong, they were great fighters then. But pound for pound, this fella was the best. Albeit that Sugar Ray did beat him, but I said to me lad, my grandson, Ben, I said, but he's a fighter, you know what I mean? I said he was just getting past the sell-by date. And I said, you know, when he beat him, because he beat him before and he beat Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray left. What's your honest thoughts on women's football? Should they get... No flashback. No, mate. I'm sorry, but no, never. Fucking terrible. Ali the Noose. Frank the Mob, sexiest, over 35. Frank the Mob, sexy. You could go over 65 there. My top five says, Norman, is Frank, Des Lynham, Jack from the Buses, Blakey, and me. That Blakey. Remember that Jack from on the buses, don't you? He was dreadful. And all right, there you go. Did you see the state of him when he's getting all the young jolly birds? Why? Hey, look at it. Fucking hell, couldn't even act the goat. Couldn't act the goat either. Don't be laughing at him, IBR. Women's football don't bring in enough money, so no, they shouldn't be paid as much as men do, says the Red. Absolutely. 100% says Callum. 100% Frank will take in mind. I'd love to win the double again, other than my daughter being born. The 1986 Cup final was the best day of my life, but I also enjoyed the night I made my daughter. Myra still, I've been swearing my head off. Myra, I'm sorry. UK Callum, says IBR. News are the best independent media in the UK for me. There's a thing called Double Down News. It's good on YouTube. Double Down News. It's good if you can get it. Double Down News. The Red Juice says, IBR, yes, they are. Myra says, last month Elon Musk was requested by the president of South Africa for meeting. Invitation was, Elon, are you born of the soil of Africa? We need to meet. Elon flew for a 4-hour tour. Continue next week. That's great, though. Yeah, he is South African, isn't he? Sorry about this thing. Around this time, I get very itchy around here. On my nose. My nose is over the itchy. Women football, says the Red Jew. Commentators should stick to the women's games and stop infiltrating the men's game. I can't name one good woman commentator. I'm not sexist, and yeah, I know you are. You're not either, Red Jew. No, it's not the same. See, we've been brought up with a big man's voice on the telly. You know what I mean? And you know, commentating on it is a man's game, no matter how you look at it. I won't watch female boxing, by the way. I don't like to see women fight. I think it's disgusting. A lady is a lady to me. It should be held gently, like a China doll. That's me, though. That, you know, you might think, oh, whatever. That I do. Yeah, this should be. Women commentators should be. She's carrying on. The next day, magazines here read Elon, the most famous African American, thanks to South Africa. You couldn't even make that up, could you? Because they are, you know. I know a fella, well, I don't know him. I was talking to him and whatever. And he came to England for the holiday. I don't know how I got to meet him. Yeah, I was out, like, you know, I was out with a couple of friends and that. And he said, and he had this Jamaican accent. And he said, I'm Afro-Caribbean. No, what did he say? I'm white Caribbean. He's a white fella. White Caribbean, he said. That's a great set. But he was born and bred there. Hello, game, mate. Honestly. It's so unusual. Nice fella, actually. The North Red loved Tyson in his raw state. I loved him as well. Yeah. That's what you call boxers. Joe Louis, says Norman, he was treated appallingly by America. He fought in World War II, gave away his money to war effort. Then the Yanks taxed him on his donation. He died skint, and he signed for Liverpool. Did you know that? Because he was stationed there. He came up to Anfield, signed for Liverpool. Joe Louis. But yeah, that's sad. Joe Louis, one of the greatest boxers of all time. Joe Louis. And the Red Jew. My big up to Elon. I like Elon Musk myself. I do. Him and that what's his name? Swami. I forget his bloody name. They're going to sort out the deep state. Fits it up. Oh. My favourite fighter ever is Muhammad Ali, says the flashback. And Captain Marvelous Marvin Hagler was my favourite after all. Great, that, isn't it? Marvelous Marvin Hagler was he was great, Hagler. There used to be a fella here, and I'm trying to think of his name as I'm going along. Come to me then. And he was here in Liverpool. And he looked frightened you. I think he was a welterweight. No, he wasn't. Middleweight he was. And his name was Dick Tiger. Big black lad. Mamma mia. Bruta. Dick Tiger. Not just for the show, his speed, etc., but also what he did after he says Muhammad Ali. He says it's talking about Muhammad Ali. People, there's a Palestinian actress whose scenes in the new Gladiator movie have been deleted, taken out by by boycott. Oh, by boycott. This movie stands for the slaughter of the children of Palestine. Didn't know. I won't watch it. I won't watch it. There's a couple of reasons why. Denzel Washington's one of them. You see, I'm a historian, honestly, and it's got to be right for me to watch a certain film. And the distorting history, and that's wrong to distort history. It really is. But that's me. You know, people can fall out with me over that. But it's just the way I see history. You know what I mean? I'll support any Palestinian. I always supported apartheid in Africa, South Africa. It was shocking. But you had it here in the Middle East, in Gaza, with Israel, apartheid. And nothing was said. You know, there was murder over apartheid, you know, people, it's wrong, but they're not saying nothing. Today, we're watching genocide, ethnic cleansing. We're watching, we're seeing it, we're listening to it every day. And nothing's being said. It's just allowed to carry out, the Americans allowing it. Shocking. 2 abstains, not 2 abstains, 2 voted for the veto. That was America and Israel, that they should be ceasefire. They're actually starving the people. Netanyahu in the speech. We're allowing their food in, but it's Hamas coming in and stealing it. He's a fucking liar. They're not sending nothing in, no medical equipment, nothing. So if you'd rather believe him than doctors and nurses and surgeons and fucking everybody else, go ahead and believe him. The fucking Daily Mirror. Daily whatever here. They should go up like the top. Even Mike Tyson says Ali is the GOAT. Felt sorry for Tyson the other night, though, against that Paul fella. He should never have gone in. I think he's had millions and he's skint now, and he's doing that. It's like a circus freak. He might as well join a circus and stand in a ring. And like, you know, if anyone gets in with him and lasts around, you know, they get $100 or whatever they say over there. That's what he's going to end up. Mike Tyson, the greatest. No one could take him on. Even Ali couldn't take him on, being honest. At his peak, Tyson's peak, he just knocked him out. No one ever mentions Joe Frazier, you know. What a fighter he was. George Foreman. He hit Tyson, he hit Joe Frazier with an uppercut that took him off his feet. Still out. I tell you, he doesn't get mentioned. Hardly. Lennox Lewis. Right. The football flashback. I'm a Spurs fan. And he says, Moussa Dembele is my idol. Good. He got all the women. He got all the women that Jack with his big teeth. My top 5 boxers: Duran, Ali, Roy Jones, Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson. My mother met Sugar Ray Robinson and had a photograph taken with him. Do you know that? I don't know where the photo's gone, like. On a cruise ship. My uncle, my great uncle was her uncle that was a fitness instructor. And he used to be a boxer here in Liverpool. And he was the only boxer to go to British boxer, to go to Madison Square Garden, have 7 fights, and went undefeated. Winning 6 and drawing 1. And he actually beat a champion of, was it America? I'm not quite so sure now. My Uncle Don. And Sugar Ray Robinson knew him as a young lad. He used to go to see all these fights. Roberto Duran, he was the greatest, this is my opinion, the greatest pound for pound boxer ever. Musk was a rich kid, grew up in apartheid South Africa, says it all, says the Northred. Yes. Frank, can I just ask you a question? You know, when we talk about our great players, do you think Peter Thompson was and gets underrated because he really gets him in? I mentioned that the other. You haven't been there yet. So I know that you've only come back. You know, I think you went away with it. You never got to see it for ages. And mentioned him loads of time, Peter Thompson. Mentioned him the other night. With George, or was it last week? I mentioned him, but it's George. I said Peter Thompson. Fantastic. Peter Thompson. Darwin the GOAT. Frank, who's your favourite pundit? I love Gary Lineker. Gary's going, isn't he? He's going. I think he's the only pundit on, isn't he, really? And Ian Wright, yeah, I like Ian. I think he's a closet Liverpool supporter, to be honest. Love dancing on their match of the day, says the Northred. And IBR says Anson was the best pundit by far. Anson is the best centre-half I've ever seen. Virgil, a close second. No, Virgil's better than him. Honestly, I love Anson. Erin Lawrence, can't blame me, no one could pass them. That's why he was so good. But Virgil, he'd walk into any Liverpool side, past and present. And yeah, he did sign for us, says Norman. That's Joe Louis. That's you. Hanson was the best of the best for me too. The way he glided on the pitch was sublime. Hanson was brilliant. He was. But you always get someone like me saying, no, Virgil's the best ever. Look at Sammy Hoopy. He hardly gets mentioned. He's brilliant. I know it's not current, even related, says the Liverpool videos, but I'd love to hear your prediction for the big game tomorrow, City and Spurs. I think it'll be a draw. Liverpool video. I hate Gary Lineker. Any chance, yeah, I just said I fancy a draw there. I really do. Look, I think my love, oh my, yeah, I knew she'd go because you're all talking about football, and it's not a football show. Take care, everyone. What the hell of it? Actually speaking Gaelic. Speaking bloody Gaelic. Mille grazie, Maire. Buonanotte, cara mia. Buonanotte. Maire, I'm sorry for swearing. I thought you'd gone, you know. You just go. Not red wrong. Oh, you do know? No. He went to school, not from me. Please stop your defamation. BS. Whatever. I never seen what he was saying. The Reggie saying, sweet dreams, Mary. And Norman says, some of our ex-players talk rubbish. Nickel, he was such a great player, but by God, he talks rubbish. Yes or no? Thinks he's great and he's not, he's a dick. IBR, Van Dijk is the better defender, but Anson ranks higher in terms of legend status, as does Tommy Smith. Yes. Right, I'm going to bring it to an end, lads, because you're talking football. Have you enjoyed this, by the way? Just let me know. Have you sorted Netanyahu out? Zelensky? Blinken? Jake Sullivan? I'm waiting for an email open for tickets for the Real Madrid game. Just waiting for that. Can't wait for the Liverpool run of games against March. The Reggie. Myra, have you what did you think of the I'm not talking about football the last few minutes. What did you think of the content, please? If you're still with us, please, Myra, let me know. I respect your. I really respect your comment there. Great show, Frank, says Ali. Thank you. Norman, great show. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But listen, I'll be on I'll be doing the pod in the morning, film and TV review. I'll be talking about some films. But please try and watch Nuclear Armageddon and Nuclear Escalation. Is it Armageddon? Yeah. Nuclear, just watch them, please. Fantastic. Show you the propaganda. Is it Armageddon? Nuclear Armageddon. But you will see, if you put a Nuclear Escalation on, you'll see the other one. Watch them, two of them. They're not on long. Give you some idea. Darwin the Ghost. Darwin the Ghost. Love it. Thanks, Frank. We may not agree in terms of political views, but we will always respect one another. Yes. That's the most important in my eyes. Yes, darling. To stay open the other side and listen, yes. And Captain Sal, FSG, hashtag FSG. Enjoyed the show, Frank. Thank you. Thank you, Kat. Thank you. My favourite teacher taught me that lesson when I was 14 that I will keep for life. What's that? Respect. Absolutely. Our club met Mandela in 1994. Mandela in a Liverpool. Oh, yeah, he wanted it. Sue, he was there. Next to John Barnes and Roy Evans. Oh, that's right. It was John Barnes. Sue. John Barnes. Barnesy. It's been a good show for bits. I've been in here for a big up. You never walk alone, says Cal. Been a good show for bits. I've been here for a big up. You never walk alone. Maybe the show about, what was that? Maybe a show about how dangerous digital IDs are to our free speech and freedom. Just read 1984. Bloody hell, am I? Excellent show, Frank. Thank you, IBR. I feel for you, Frank. Some of us got diverted and went off topic, says Red Tip. Yeah. And poor Myra, you know, she's not a football fan, but she's a lovely lady. She just went. Thank you, Frank. And I'm sorry, but I love football too much, says Cody Felser. I love football. Join me on the post-match on Sunday. And Norman, sorry if I went off topic. Usually does. No problem. And Red Jew, why don't you join the Liverpool shows now? Says Callum. Cozy false. That's my mind runs back. Not football. And our beautiful Mo Salah scoring a hat-trick this week. Wouldn't that be great? If he scores, he'll equal, I think, Wayne Rooney's, whatever it is. It's incredible. IBR. I'll be listening to the show in the morning, as will my neighbour, as I'll be washing my windows, and the speakers will be full. How about a show that combines politics and football? God, bro, you've just added the Liverpool video. You just added. Like, I do the films and everything tomorrow morning, 10:30, and football will come into that. And I've got to answer. You know, the comments. And you never walk alone. I love you, Frank. I hope we get to meet one day. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you. I've never been to Anfield or the UK, but it's on my bucket list. You never come over, come to me. Come over, see me. Give me your address and everything. It'll be okay. I'll be nice. Where are you from anyway? Where are you from there? You never walk. Where are you from? The Red Jew. Callum, I watch some of them, but I don't chat for various reasons, but I love chatting on our Frank's shows. Thank you. I know this show, I'm not being funny, but I don't ask anyone for anything. Never have done, never will do. Look, my appreciation to you lot, and I always say you lot, you know what, I'm not derogatory. You get that. If you win the Fantasy League, that's a, look, it's a Mo Salah autograph on the programme of the Champions League final versus Spurs. Beat them 2-0. Who scored the first goal? Mo Salah. There's his autograph. Proper one, by the way. It's not like a print or anything. And that's that. That's for the fantasy football. Fantasy football of the Champions League, and you get this for the fantasy football of the Premiership. Perpetual motion, beautiful watch, very heavy. You see it? So you get that for the Premiership Fantasy League. The flashback. Frank, do you have any recommendations for a film to watch tonight before I go to sleep? Yeah. There's two. Now look, you can get these on YouTube, by the way. There's, I don't think this one though. What I'm going to mention now is called Nobody. That's all. Nobody. Be able to watch that if you can stream it. Not on YouTube though. But there's one on YouTube that you can get. And it's Memory of a Killer. It's the best film I've seen in the last 2 years. Oh, you might take well, what about that? Nobody's brilliant. But I don't think you can get it on YouTube. It's fantastic. Memory of a Killer. But there's two bloody titles to it. All you've got to do, Michael Keaton is the star. And also, who's in it is Al Pacino. Al Pacino. Or as people call it, Al Pacino. Al Pacino. He's in it. Memory of a Killer. It's fantastic. Nobody, just Nobody, is a fantastic film too. I'm going to watch a film now myself. Just going to watch something for a few minutes. Hey Frank, on your film review, we all start talking current. No, and football and everything, but I'm doing films tomorrow. Says no. Something romantic, please, because I miss my loving girlfriend. She's far away. Yeah, got the ideal one for you. The ideal one. You can take a choice of 3. Right? Which I think is good. I hope I get the bloody 2. It's a cracking film. Very, there are 2, right? I'll give you two films. The Family Man with Nick Cage. You get that on YouTube. The Family Man. Write it down. Write it down. The Family Man. Clever. It's a clever film. If you want a romantic one. And the other one bloody title. No, the other one is with Keanu Reeves, if you like Keanu Reeves. And this is a clever one too. And it's called The Lake House. The Lake House. L-A-K-E, The Lake House. The two of them. So you can it's either or. It's either or. Or if you want to, keep getting this bloody pain in your left arm. Or if you want a seasonal one, it's called The Holiday. Watch The Lake House, or watch Family Man. Just watch that. Watch it. It's a very clever film. Watch Family Man. Let me know when you watch it what you thought of it. All right, football flashback. No, flashback. I miss my girlfriend, so I may do it my way. Frank, if you could choose to live in any country for the last 5 years of your life, what would you? Italy, Italian. A beat there in Italian. The lovely Myra. You never walk alone. A Johnny Walker. Darwin the Goat. I think I'd say something warm like Florida, where there's a lot of card playing and communities too, says Darwin the Goat. Nice. The Liverpool videos. Did you know Aretha Franklin once sung You'll Never Walk? They've all sung it. Pavarotti sang it. Pavarotti sang it. On a good note, Harvey Elliott is available to play Sunday, and so is Dan's. Thing is, they're not. Honestly, Callum. I was going to do a conspiracy theory on Wednesday, but I'm going to do it next. Oh, is it next Wednesday? No. What I'll do, here's how I'll go. If anything hasn't changed, I know it's changing. Next Friday, I'll do conspiracy theories, which brings in everything. And that's good, that. Conspiracy theory is smoke to truth that is coming next. Do more of this, I will do. I'll do it next Friday. How's that? Because when they say, oh, you're the conspiracy theorist, that's another label they give you when you're speaking the truth. It's like, oh, you're anti-Semitic. That's the only label they can come out with. And then the race card comes out, oh, you're a racist. That's the only card because they've got no argument. So I'll do that next week instead of the, unless something drastically changes. We could do it anyway. Do that next week. That's good, though. Thank you, Myra. Did you hear Alisson will miss Madrid game, so we need Keller? Yeah, that's right. You never walk. You're right. The 2 big games we have to win. The next 3 games we have to win. Not tomorrow, sorry, Sunday. Next week against Madrid. And also against City. Love that. Those 3 games. Wow. Frank, could you do a show on the meaning of life, says the Liverpool videos? The meaning of life, we're doing it now. The meaning of life is you talking to me and me talking to you, and what's going on with this thing behind us, this planet behind us, or behind me. Communication. Communication is the greatest of all things. That's why you've got the likes of these, you've got different languages. That's what Earth was all about, different language. You went into that territory, but you might be talking like that. You couldn't understand. But yeah, it is the meaning. We are the meaning of life, you and I, and the rest of the people on it. This is why we talk about what's going on today. What's going on today? That's the meaning of life. Could the meaning of life be extinct by the time next week comes? We're on the precipice of something. Very dangerous times it is now. Darwin the goat. Yeah, I'd love a show like that. Frank has a lot of wisdom to share. Thank you. Thank you, Darwin. Yeah, deep questions like what's the greatest thing in life? Like love, passion, connection. It's communication. If there'd be no communication, there'd be nothing. Language is the barrier of everything. The indigenous American, which is the Indians, used a thing called Makaton, and that was sign language, but you could understand them. Like when I'm saying Serati, it's like Shiva Diam, what the man? What do I mean? What the fuck is he talking about? What did he just say? You see? And it means nice, it means a nice thing. See you soon. Ci vediamo, ci vediamo tutti. See you soon. Callum, Madrid City, Everton. Brilliant, Myra. The meaning of life, love for each other. That's what it's about, it's communication. There's nothing more better than saying, Io te amo. I love you. There's nothing better than that. And there's nothing better than hearing it back. Unfortunately, I've got no one to say it to me. And I've got no one to say it to. But I do you lot. I love you so. So, Frank, what do you think makes someone intelligent? Education. And the understanding of somebody else, empathy, lots of empathy. You've got to have a lot of empathy. You've got to see people through their own eyes. That's showing empathy, understanding as well. If someone's got a problem, try and understand them. That's the meaning of life as well. I always find it hard to define that. Intelligence? No, don't ever try. It's not that hard to define. intelligence. Use are all intelligent on it because you know what you're talking about. Whether you agree or disagree with like my political views and how I see the world, I don't try to convince anybody. But 99.9% agrees with what I was talking about tonight, and they've got their own ideas, and that's the beauty of communication and opinion. Admire share. I'll look into that, to the IBR, whatever that is. Northwest. Just to confirm on Musk, Musk graduated from a Pretoria high school. Fact. Musk. Oh, I'm sorry. Musk graduated from a Pretoria high school. I knew that he was South African. Didn't know that. Do you think he'd buy me a house or buy me out of here? Darwin the goat. Frank, I'm sorry if this was personal, but I'd love one day to hear your greatest love story. I'd have you crying. True that. I'd have you crying. Adoro questo spettacolo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is spectacular. The show you mean. Thank you. Like when you had the deepest connection with a woman in your life, says Darwin the goat. That is deep though. Have you crying, as I said. I'd be Frank getting into full mafia mode. False nine. Do you have any advice for finding a partner for life? Because I'm young and don't want to just jump into any relationship. That's very good philosophy, that. That's good philosophy, what you just said there. Because, there's an old saying, fools rush in, and they do rush into relationships. If you know what I mean. We've all done it. All us oldies, we've all done it. I always remember getting dumped when I was, how old was I? 18, 17, 18. Broke my heart. Dumped. Is there anything better than sex? Yeah, Liverpool winning the Premiership or the Champions League. We went from current affairs to football to lovemaking. Now I'm dead. That's it. I'm finishing now. I'm going to finish on that wonderful little thing. Bloody thing. Can you see the thing? I'm going to leave you on now. I'm not leaving you on. Or anything more heartbreaking than a girl leaving you. There's loads of heartbreaking things. Don't forget the death of a loved one. That's more heartbreaking. Me too. Me too, Captain. You will one day, Darwin the Ghost. You will. I loved it. And, no, nothing better than winning Liverpool winning the league or European Cup. I mean, nothing exactly. That was great. Anyway, I'm going to leave you, boys and girls. Thank you so much, Myra, for staying with us. Thank you, everybody, for staying with me for the last few hours. It's just so nice. It's just so nice. And don't forget, trying to join me fantasy football, and you'll be able to pick up that, if you win it, be great. The program, the actual program from Madrid of the Champions League final, winning final, that is. 2-0, Mo Salah scoring, and the wonderful watch. It's not a cheap watch, put it that way. It's not a cheap watch. Thank you. I'll just leave a Captain's cell. #FSGeos. Adamani. Adamani. That means I'll see you tomorrow on the film and TV review. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night.